Hey guys, welcome back. This tutorial is all about color correcting, answering questions like what it is and what it can do. So let's get started. So the first question to ask is, what is color correction? And to understand this, you need to understand the concept of the color wheel. You need to use the knowledge from the color wheel then and apply this to color correction. This is to cancel out unwanted dark under eye bags or acne scars or redness. And as you can see, this is the color wheel. Your primary colors are yellow, blue, and red. These colors cannot be made by mixing colors together. And then you have your secondary colors. These are like green, purple, and orange. And they're made by mixing two primary colors. So you may ask, why do I need to know about primary and secondary colors? That's because this is the concept of color correction, to take a secondary color in order to cancel out a primary color. Now we are going to put this theory into practice. Personally, I use the Makeup Forever color correction. I find that this is the best one out there, but there is a lot of color corrections in the market, so you can choose whichever you like. Starting off with my under eyes are a blue and purple color. If it was blue, I would have used an orange. If it was purple, I would have used a yellow color. But since mine is blue and purple, so in between, that is why I use a yellow-orange color. And because we all have different skin tones, it's essential to understand the concept of the color wheel. For instance, if your under eye is yellow, then you would use a purple color corrector. If your under eyes is, let's say, red, you would use a green color corrector. If your under eyes is blue, you would use an orange color corrector. So just because everyone on social media is using orange for their under eyes does not specifically mean that you have to use orange for your under eyes, because most likely you have a different shade under your eyes. So I completely forgot to mention this, but when you use color corrector, please use it before you use your foundation. And here, as you can see, I'm blending out the color corrector, not to the point where it's completely faded, because you're not going to have that color correcting effect, but to the point where it's a bit smoother and a bit, just blur out the edges. So moving on to my cheeks and nose, this is the area where I suffer, or not suffer, but I get most redness. This is because of heat, or if I'm tired, usually the redness peeks through the foundation. I don't really mind redness, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to conceal this. And you conceal redness for using a green color corrector. So if you have acne scars on your cheeks, then it could either be red acne scars or browner, darker acne scars. So if it's red, you would use a green again. If it's orange, then you would use a blue color corrector. Next, to color correct the area around my mouth where I usually get a yellow color to it, I'm going to use the lavender color corrector to cancel out the yellow. So now we have come to the end of the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it and found it useful, if you've learned something new, then do give a thumbs up and share with your friends who don't really understand the concept of color correcting. I made this tutorial super details only because I asked a lot of questions on Instagram regarding color corrector, but no one seemed to have brought up the concept of the color wheel, and so that's why I brought it up here, so you guys can understand what color correction really means and what it stands for. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial.